guys, this is Still Flow Josh, and today I'm reviewing the 2021 BMW 330i rear-wheel drive. Now, thanks to South Motors BMW for providing me for this 2021 BMW 330i and this gorgeous, gorgeous sunset orange that they have here to example. So this is the base model 330i. There is a trim package you can get that's the M Sport model that gives you an updated front end to make it look like the M340i. But this is the regular 330i. This is the front fascia that you would get on the regular 330i. But this is a phenomenal vehicle. Mind you, this is the benchmark for the mid-size compact sedan segment. In fact, it rivals against the likes of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class, the Acura TLX, the Audi S4, the Genesis G70, and so on and so forth. There's so many vehicles in this class that are competing against each other, but this is the benchmark. This is the one that every single car company strives to be. And to this day, BMW has preserved this model and it is still the benchmark. No car in the segment can actually come close to this model at all. So starting out with the front of the model, we have this beautiful kidney grills. They're not that large, they're really, really nice. I've always liked it ever since they revealed it back in 2018 at the Frankfurt Auto Show. They are active, so they do shut whenever you're on highway speed. They only open up whenever you're accelerating hard to add more cool coming into the engine. You do have these LED headlights right here with your turn signals up here that are also LED, and you also have daytime running lights down here. On this model, we do not have the fog lights. You do get them on the M Sport package that you get on the 330i, but not on this one. You do have these nice piano black accents right here. Really love the way they did it. The only thing I would say, I wish that this was open a little bit more for like brake cooling. That would be a really good touch. Hopefully for the facelift that's coming in 2023 model year, they would open that area up or change it up. You do have another vent area right here, as you can see. Very nice for cooling. If you do get the pedestrian detection system that BMW offers, there will be a sensor right here. It's nice and housed very deep inside so that it's not protruding outward, or it's somewhere around the grille like some other competitors do, where they plop a big logo and then they put all the housings behind that for the safety tech. So getting onto the side here, you do have these gorgeous, I will say, rims here. They are 17 inches, mind you. Actually, they are 18 inches. Mind you that they are the Bridgestone tires, so they are the all-season tires. They are not the performance wheels that you can honestly get on the M Sport package. But overall, I mean, this vehicle does phenomenal with driving. I have gone to the BMW Ultimate driving experience before, and let me tell you, this car handles like a dream. Getting into the side, you do have this beautiful line that goes all the way from the front fenders here down all the way to the back of the vehicle. It actually goes away right here, but there's also another line that starts right here in the back door section and goes all the way to the back. Really love the way that BMW did that. A lot of the characteristics on this side profile look phenomenal. I mean, you can see it. It just looks like an elegant compact sedan that strives for performance, strives for the sportiness that you desire in your life. You know, it's one of those things that I feel like BMW continues to strive upon when it comes to the 3 Series. They do a phenomenal job. Side skirts are really, really good as well. I love the way they look. They are body colored as well. So you could, if you do get the M Sport package, you do get a little blacked out area around this area right here, down here. But overall, love the way they do it. You do also have the LED turn signals right here. And look at this gorgeous, I have to say, sunset orange on this vehicle. Looks phenomenal. Look at the flakes in that paint. It just looks amazing. You do have this silver accent. Like I mentioned, the base trim levels get the silver accent. It is the luxury package. And then let's go to the back end of this model. You do have these LED housings right here with your turn signals here. You actually have 2 turn signals here compared to the European one where you only have one, and you also get the one down here. Very nice. I like the way the BMW did that for the US spec. I'm sure that's regulations, reasons why we have to give it there. And then you have your reverse LED lights as well, which is good that BMW did that. And some of the competition, they don't really offer the full LED sweep of tail lights. And I think BMW did a good job with doing that, even for the base trim level. Now, getting to the exhaust, you do have dual exhaust outlets. On one side, you do have a flap that opens up whenever you put it in sport mode, or if you're in normal mode, the flap opens up, so then it's better for airflow out from the exhaust system. Getting into the back, let's go ahead and get to the trunk here. As you see, it is automatic up. I believe it is standard now on the base trims, or an option. Getting to the back, it's very, very spacious, let me tell you. You could fit a ton of things. You could probably fit, I would say, at least roughly 3 roller bags in here whenever you go to the airport or you're going on a long trip. You do have some cubby areas right here. Very nicely done. I like the cubby areas in general because whenever you go grocery shopping, let's say, for example, tú tienes un, Cuban bread right there, you put that in there, or, whatever you desire to put in there, you can put it in there. Closing it is very simple, it's seamless. You also do have the feature of where you go like this, and the trunk will open automatically. So if you're carrying any kind of load, you also have that feature, which is a very good thing. Even for a compact sedan, believe it or not, you really do need that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get onto the interior. So getting onto the interior, here's the key fob, by the way. It looks very nice. It's the new BMW key fob that basically every single model has. You do have your lock here. A traditional BMW always have your lock as the logo, which I really like. So we're getting onto the interior here. Let's go ahead and open up the door. Nice and solid sound whenever you open up the actual door. Very nicely done interior here. Nicely soft padded Sensitech material going on around here. Even down here, it's actually pretty nice and soft. Most people don't really touch this area, but it's actually pretty nice and soft. Over here, you do have soft touch material as well. You do have aluminum door handles right here with your buttons to lock and unlock. Your window switches here. On some models, they do have the aluminum ones. Actually, I believe on some of the X-Line models for BMW has these. You also have power folding mirrors here. Whenever you lock the car and you unlock the car, they do fold out and come out. You do have your speaker grill here as well as here. You could get an optional Bowers & Wilkins audio system, which I honestly recommend getting those. Bass type of speakers aren't the best, but I will say Bowers & Wilkins is phenomenal in the BMW lineup. Getting to the seat here, over here, you do have side bolstering right here where you can extend it and you can expand it and then despan depending on how you actually like it. You also have all the ways you can go ahead and do it, and you have lumbar support right here, as you see. Forward power for the drivers and passenger, tilt over here as well. So it's a really cool thing. BMW actually offers a lot of things for even their most compact sedan. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the interior here. Let's go ahead and turn down the air conditioning because it is loud in here. So you do have this beautiful infotainment system. Every single BMW now has this infotainment system, except for probably the X2 out of all of them. But you can see this is the iDrive 7 system. Very fast, responsive. You have everything you need, all your car information, your vehicle status, every single possible information that you need. You have your maps. You do also have Android and Apple CarPlay as standard, which is a good thing. Some car companies are starting to do it standard now, and I'm glad that BMW is no longer paying, you have to pay subscription, at least in the United States, for the Apple and Android CarPlay. You do also have your digital gauge cluster here. On the lowest version, this one is equipped with the digital gauge cluster, but you could get analog gauges that are backlighted OLED, which still look phenomenal, but this is probably the best way to go if you want a little bit more customization for everything you have here. You do have your maps in the middle, as you see right there. Very nicely done. Steering wheel is very nice and bolstered here. On the M Sport package, you do get a better bolstering right here on the 9 and 3 grip. I really like the way this looks. The aluminum style paddle shifters back here whenever you put it into manual or sport mode. You do have your power button down here compared to the previous generation that had it right here. Kind of like it. I really like it here because it's just easy. You get in, you go. Simple as that. You do have your iDrive connective system here where you can either use the touchscreen or use this. Personally, touchscreen is the way to go. This is mostly whenever you're driving. I would recommend this whenever you're driving because it's a lot better. You do have your cup holders here and a little cubby spot. If you do go for the wireless charging system would be right here in this area, but this model does not have the wireless charging. So getting into the middle here, as you see, it's a nicely, somewhat deep cubby. Not that bad. You do have a USB-C, which I'm glad the BMW offers compared to other car makers that don't even offer the USB-C yet. But I really like that. Nicely soft Sensitech material. Soft Sensitech material up here on the dash as well. You also do have your speaker grills, or actually you have vents on the side, and then you have a speaker right in the middle. Very nicely done. On some trim levels, you could also get your heads-up display that will give you all your information. It's very, very clear, let me tell you. It's probably one of the clearest in the whole entire automaker industry right now. The heads-up display is fantastic. You do also have your switches up here that if you press here, you can go ahead and open that beautiful moonroof. It is very, very wide. I really like the fact that BMW decided to go ahead and do this for this model. A lot of cars in this segment just give you your regular sunroof, but BMW decided otherwise. But overall, really love the interior. You still have your physical buttons here for your climate control. As you saw, the fan speed is very nice. You have your circulation right here, your main menu AC. You also have max AC, which is a pretty cool thing. These blank buttons here on the side are because this model does not come with the heated seats at all. You also do have your mode, your band, and volume. One cool thing I will say about BMWs is for these little areas right here, you can go ahead and actually assign something. So for example, if you have Apple CarPlay, you can go ahead and press 1, for example. I don't have anything there right now. If you press 1, it will actually bring up Apple CarPlay instead of just going to the menu system, which is a cool little thing, cool little detail that most people don't realize that BMW actually does. But overall, I really like the front end of this interior. It's very nice. I love this wood trim, even for the base trim. It's very elegant, very nice to look at, and I'm sure it's going to be very nice to clean as well. But let's go ahead, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the back seat. All right, we're getting into the back seat. Just to let you guys know, this model is actually at $44,980, which is a pretty cool thing. Mind you, this is the one that gives you some of the added features of the convenience package, where it gives you the comfort keyless access, the lumbar, and the ambient lighting, which is a great thing. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is as well a great thing. Getting into the back seat, I really love how BMW, let me show you this again. BMW did this nice area here. Most people don't realize that this is actually called the Hofmeister kink, which is a very, very nice, elegant thing. Almost basically every single BMW has had it, and the competitors also have that exact same features. BMW kind of actually, in a way, started a very huge trend with this, and a lot of the automakers have started doing that as well. You have the same exact material up front, very nice and soft down here, and even down here as well, which is, I mean, like I mentioned, most people are not going to touch this, but of course you could fit your bottled waters down here whenever your kids are sitting back here, and the space looks very nice, as you see. Let's go ahead and get to the back seat here. Closing the door. Now, mind you, I don't have the seating position in the exact same area I would be sitting, but you do have these nice little cutouts. So if you're a very, very tall person, you have very, large legs, upright, they won't be hitting this as much. But for me, being 6 foot, you can see that I have adequate space right here, and even flooring right here. Mind you, the seat can actually go very, very low on BMWs in general. Getting to the center right here, you do have your vents here, which is pretty cool. You do have your auto, and you have the temperature, which some of the competitors don't even offer. So for example, let's say the Acura TLX doesn't even give you the option to go ahead and higher and lower the temperature back here, which is a cool thing. You do have two USB-Cs, another thing the TLX does not have, and you do have map pockets back here. Another cool thing, as I mentioned up front or on the window sticker, you do have this beautiful ambient lighting here. It looks gorgeous at night. My actual BMW that I have actually has ambient lighting. But like I mentioned, let's go ahead and see the headroom here. And headroom is really, really well. I would say probably about 2 inches. Mind you, let's go ahead and sit all the way back. And I would say roughly around 2 inches of headspace right here. And I think it's a phenomenal thing that this has that type of headroom. But overall, I really like the way that BMW has done the backseat area. And, you know, for offering a compact sedan like this one, they did a great job. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get onto the review of the actual driving impression of this vehicle. Take out this BMW 330i out to the road. Putting it in drive is simple, same exact shifter that's in every other BMW. It goes right into the middle. Let's go ahead and take it out to this road to the right. So powering this model is the 2.0 turbo twin scroll 4-cylinder, producing 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels, or you could get an optional X-Drive model, but this is the rear-wheel drive model. So with the rear-wheel drive model, of course, every power is going to be sending out to the rear. When you get the X-Drive model, it's the exact same thing. It sends out 100% of the power to the rear. It only sends power to the front whenever the front wheels are slipping. So on either side, it will send power distribution to that side. But overall, really, really good all-wheel drive system. I actually have a BMW that has the X-Drive system, and that thing handles like you cannot imagine. It's a really great performance one. And even though we're not in the M340i, which is the top dog, well, technically the mid-tier performance model, because then once you go there, you go up to the M3, it's still a very, very well packaged vehicle. So we're going to have to take it to the right here. I'm going to put it in sport mode. I'm going to put it, and then here's the brake system, as you see. Power output is fantastic for this type of class of model. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, with the performance that this the 2-liter twin-scroll turbo has, in some kind of capacity, you don't really need the 3-liter inline-6. The only thing is that the best part about the inline 6-cylinder is how smooth it is, how fast it is to drive whenever you're driving, and the underrated power that it actually delivers. BMW typically underrates the engine. I would believe that this is actually doing the exact same amount of horsepower as, for example, the BMW X2 M35i. That has the exact same engine. The only difference is that one's a front-wheel drive chassis, and this is a rear-wheel drive chassis. Let's go ahead and take it out to these back roads right here. I'm going to show you how this compact sedan actually handles. Flooring it down on the brakes. Let's go ahead and put some power down. Very good maneuvering, easy to brake. Throttle input, go, 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 go. It's perfect. Love the way that this chassis handles. It's riding on the Clar chassis that is the exact same thing on the BMW 5 Series as well as the 7 Series. It first debuted on the actual current generation 7 Series. And this chassis just fits perfectly for a compact sedan. It has the right amount of overall lateral. Whenever you're going around corners, you feel that you know, it just wants to punch through whatever you're giving it. Right there, I'm driving a rear-wheel drive model. Usually, typically, you think that a rear-wheel drive model is going to go ahead and slip out, but this didn't slip out at all. And mind you, these are running off of the all-season tires. So if you think about it, this is actually adequately spec'd, you know, for a rear-wheel drive car. You're not going to have as much of that whole entire oversteer or understeer that you would get typically for the all-wheel drive model. And I think that BMW did a fantastic job with this chassis, and I'm really proud of the fact that BMW still offers this model in a world of dying sedans. They still offer it, and I'm very proud that BMW is going to still continue to offer it even for another generation. So let's go ahead and get into this road here, and we're going to punch it again. I'm going to put in the manual sport. great input. I love this engine because I don't know what it is, what BMW has done with the 4-cylinders lately, but they are nothing compared to what their older 4-cylinders used to be. This thing is just, it's punchy. It wants to get up and go. It wants to give you that power output that you desire to go ahead and get. And it even feels comfortable, even in sport mode. Like the suspension doesn't roughen up. You have everything that you desire on this model. And that's why I feel like, in a way, save a couple of, a couple $1,000 from getting the M340i. Go for the 330i. I think that this is a really good package. I would equip, though, the M Sport package to give you the exterior appearance. You could also get the M Dynamic suspension that changes the overall suspension compared to this model. Doesn't have the M Dynamic suspension. And it just gives you more of a presence when you drive the M Sport package. But overall, I really am pleased with the way this car handles. The steering is fantastic. There's no dead zone at all. You go like this, it wants to go, okay? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank South Motors BMW again for allowing me to do a video review on this 330i. And make sure to actually contact them if you guys are interested in any of the vehicles. They have some of the vehicles right now. We all know the chip shortage is still going on. So just talk to them and see if they can go ahead and order, special order one of them for you. And I'll let you guys, and they'll probably let you guys know. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.